above the manager is not fit for purpose. Brian Barry Murphy could be Jesus Christ himself, and he will still struggle to work with these absolute Yes, guys, I'm Si. Welcome to Cardiff City World, and welcome to another episode of Si having a breakdown. Jesus Christ. So I've got to try not to swear in the first minute, so this could be fun for this particular series. So we're going to have a look at some stuff, okay? Cardiff City have decided in all their eternal glory that they will not modernise the coaching staff. They will not give Brian Barry Murphy a full complement of coaches and analysts. They will very much give him Joe Riley, and that's it. So let's talk about it. Right, here we go. The Brian Barry Murphy era has begun. A phenomenal press conference by him today. It's beautiful. Beautifully done, and a very good video by yours truly on Lee Riley earlier today. Brian Barry Murphy, former Manchester City elite development coach, Mr. Fast Possession, 1-2 touch football. He is the EFL's Pep Guardiola, has officially landed in the Welsh capital. But while some clubs roll out the red carpet for their new gaffer, they start their rebuild with all new staff. They modernise, they change the game, they create something different. What do? We hand him a squad that's just been relegated, a fan base on the edge, and drum roll please, one coach. Now, do not get me wrong, Lee Riley is a very highly rated coach, but is he going to do the job of 3 or 4 men? I think not. It's mind-boggling. Now imagine like having to rebuild a football club from scratch, and literally this is what you get handed. And Cardiff City, they just don't learn their lessons. So let's not pretend this is new. Cardiff City are the one mate who keeps getting back with their ex, act surprised when it all goes tits up every single time. We've seen it before. Steve Morrison said, I need staff to build something. The board said, use the under-18s coaches. Errol Bullock came in and said, I want structure, sports science, technical help. The board said, nah, but you can have an iPad from the physio room. Now, Brian Barry Murphy, is his turn to be thrown into the deep end, and expect it this time. He's expected to teach this squad how to play total football with less than a Sunday League manager on a hangover. And look, what are him and Lee Riley supposed to do? I asked the question. Skeleton staff, skeleton season. Last season we ran on the most skeleton coaching staff I've ever seen a football club at professional level use. We had 3 coaches. They're literally so small that you could fit in a fucking little Fiat or a smart car. No specialist recovery staff. Well, we're going to have 1 overworked assistant. No permanent goalkeeper coach, although maybe Gav Ward stays. I don't mind Gav Ward staying. But no set piece coach, no pressing analysts, no anything. Surprise, surprise, the players will end up looking confused, overworked, injured and clueless. We had last season more hamstring injuries than I don't know. I'm broken. This is it. I'm done. I can't. This is like push me over the edge. All that excitement, all that positivity has just died a death with us because yet again, making the same mistakes. We never learn. No wonder we couldn't string 3 performances together last season. You can't expect top level output with bottom rung investment. And look, Brian Barry Murphy is most definitely the right man. Lee Riley is most definitely a exceptionally good coach, if not better than good. But what do elite clubs do? Well, let's contrast it with this, right? Every serious fucking club in 2024-25, Ipswich, who were in the Premier League last year, brought in over 20 staff over the last 2 years. Luton have added a set-piece coach, a throw-in coach. Plymouth have hired a neuroscientist and a football structure this summer. But meanwhile in Cardiff, we're out here with the same setup that my lads' grassroots team's got. And if actually we've probably got a better setup in some ways. One guy, whistle and a dream. It's like, it's embarrassing because you do get out what you put in. And I just don't even think we're serious. Like, I'm not sure we're professional. Like, I've talked about it in the rebuild series a lot. And look, this video is, of course, is a little tongue-in-cheek, but also it's really fucking true. Like, how can you expect to play Brian Barry Murphy ball, high structure, defined zones, high pressing, intelligent pass and move sequences, but you've got no coaches to design, teach and drill that style into the players? You want a team to learn a whole new philosophy of playing, but you've got a manager and a coach, or a head coach and an assistant as it is. Brian Barry Murphy's philosophy needs a backroom team. Now let's be real, Brian Barry Murphy's style isn't kick and rush. It's not long ball, it's not dinosaur football. There is structure, it's rotation, it's fluid shape. That kind of system doesn't coach yourself. You need pressing triggers? Watch a video, says Cardiff City. You need tips on recovery? There's YouTube how-tos on there. You want to learn how to create overloads? Go and watch Manchester City on the TV. We are clueless. We never, ever learn. And we continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over again. And I honestly think that the coaching staff that he's going to get, and this is the thing, right, is that there's 2 ways to go. Does he get Omar Rhys's coaching staff, or does he get parts of Aaron Ramsey's coaching staff? Because parts of Aaron Ramsey's coaching staff were quite exciting. They're quite young, exciting coaches from within the Welsh setup and the Cardiff setup. People want to criticise Darren Pearce. I understand it. I think he's done a tremendous job in bringing a lot of these players through. Tom Ramsell survives every manager. He's unkillable. Like, he's unsackable. He's unfinishable. He's going to be at Cardiff before. Tom Ramsell is going to be at Cardiff City in a first-team coach, as a first-team coach, longer than all the fans. And we always say we'll be there no matter after the owners, after the players, but we won't be there after Tom Ramsell. He will be there forever. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. You need structure, you need rotation, you need fluid shape. That kind of system, as I said, it doesn't coach yourself. You need pressing triggers. This is the job for like a high press, coordination and coaching. You need possession zones. But what are you going to do? Get your goalkeeper coach to teach the overloads and stuff. Like, you need defensive transitions. That means you needed a coach who specifically specialises in that. But at Cardiff now, we'll just wing it. Brian Barry Murphy is so talented, he can do it all on his own. Player development, training drills, scouting opposition, traffic loading, setting up the cones, making recovery smoothies, parking the fucking bus. Brian Barry Murphy does it all. So what are Cardiff supposed to do? Well, I'll tell you what we won't do is we won't change a fucking thing. We will keep doing this shit. This isn't about me being overly dramatic, and this isn't about me going on about how we make the same mistakes for years and years. We are making the same mistakes. We're making the same mistakes from 6 months ago, let alone years gone by. We treat managers like temporary employees. We've just given this man a 3-year contract, and we still can't give him staff. We give them just enough to fail, and then act surprised when they do so. It's literally the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. We all want Brian Barry Murphy to succeed. We all want him to build a club identity. We all want him to rebuild and change the structure, the culture at the football club. Great. Give him the tools to do the job. It's embarrassing. And look, when we're 16th in League One, don't come from complaining to the fan boards and the rest of it, because every fan and their dog are telling you right now to back Brian Barry Murphy, to give him his coaching staff. It doesn't take a genius, and this is yet another example of why Cardiff City's footballing structure above the manager is not fit for purpose. Brian Barry Murphy could be Jesus Christ himself, and he will still struggle to work with these absolute fuckwits. Right. This is difficult. We keep making these mistakes. I don't understand it. Vincent Tan is a successful businessman, so why is he trusting these idiots to make these decisions for him? Embarrassing, as I've said. And look, will we pay the price for cutting corners, cost cutting? Who knows? Brian Barry Murphy is very talented. Riley is a very highly rated and talented coach. We have a talented group of players, so maybe it works out. But talk about sport is about marginal gains, right? In every aspect, it's trying to give yourself the best opportunity to succeed and to win at every part, no matter what. I would argue that we're not doing that now. We've appointed Barry Murphy, we've appointed the coach, but we haven't given him the backing, and that is concerning to me, because I was told, by someone who would know the other day, that they will back him. Even if they don't give him millions, they will back him with staff, with support, with analysts, and whatever he wants, he will get. Hiring a really, really highly rated assistant coach to go with your head coach, great. But it's not like these positions cost tens of millions of pounds. You get decent coaches, a data analyst, a sports scientist, recovery specialists, set piece coaches, all the rest of it, and they probably still cost less than Callum Robinson's weekly wage per year. But we won't do it. Why? Because we still think we're getting promoted by accident. We still think we're too good to go down because we're run by fuckwits. And if we don't fix it, well, BBM just another name who'll be on that list of repeating the cycle. Not because he's bad, but because we just don't give the managers the tools to do the job properly. What did I say all the way back when with Omar Rhys? I said, they've set him up to fail. They've set him up to be the scapegoat. Well, judging by today's reports, it looks like they're going to set Brian Barry Murphy up to fail. The only question will be is whether he can beat them at their own game and succeed despite their ineptness. What he deserves and what he's getting is massively different. Brian Barry Murphy deserves a real opportunity, a real chance to succeed at Cardiff City. He's calm, he's progressive, he's meticulous, and he's left Pep's golden palace and is now in God's country. He's now in Wales, in the capital, having to pick up the pieces of this relegated basket case of a club, and the first thing we do is we hand him a lawn chair, we give him a stopwatch and say, right, go start the bleat test on Sobel Road. Maybe they'll do some hill runs, you know. You'd go down Lamb Rumney, do some hill runs like my boys team does. Go train down the forest like the good old days. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? So yeah, look, here we go again in many ways, but it is a new manager, but it's always the same board, same corner cutting, same blind optimism. I hope, I pray that Brian Barry Murphy succeeds, but without his backroom staff, we are asking him to build a cathedral with a plastic spoon. Let him build what we can. Let him realise his potential and build it at Cardiff City. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know in the comments what you'd call Cardiff City's coaching structure, footballing structure. I'm torn between fuckwits FC and just walking disaster. Anyway, I'm Si, this is Cardiff City World. Don't take anything I said in the last 15 minutes seriously. It's all done in tongue-in-cheek. A little bit of fun to break up the bad news and all that good stuff. I'll see you in a bit. Nice one.